welcome back to another episode of GT&H. I was going to say a joke, but I kind of forgot about it. Something along the lines of try not to get sick or congested challenge impossible. These allergies are really acting up today, so I'm going to be a little more quiet and I guess you can say nasally or congested as usual. That's just how it is. It's something to do with Texas, I think. I remember seeing a post online somewhere of someone talking about cedar trees or something like that. I think that's what's going on. Whenever the temperature starts to heat up after like a cold spell, these trees start spewing out pollen everywhere, and I think it affects me. But anyways, welcome back. So on the last episode, we did get the logic going for the black hole compressor guy. And so far, so good. It's actually been working pretty well. I haven't really seen any issues. I've been slowly keeping up with the black hole seed and collapser storage in the stock replenisher. That's been going pretty well. And this is where we actually push all the items and the fluids right over here. So what I ended up doing off camera was actually move all the compressor recipes and normal ones over here as well. It's the same idea. These guys only have items to deal with. But then you have a couple of things that also need a fluid. I think I can only find one, which is the aquarium. So in case the recipe needs a fluid, it'll just go into here. And also, so far so good. It does work pretty well. Got no complaints. So I guess we'll just have to watch it. And if issues do show up, then we'll have to address them then, right? Usually what I like to do is whenever I set up one of these things, I set up an item frame so I can like showcase my blueprint over here. And so at some point we will have to upgrade this because a lot of like the later recipes, they need to be like the black hole needs to be open for a long time and not be interrupted throughout the craft. So pretty much anything that takes longer than 100 seconds, or 95 in our case, is going to be an issue. And I recognize that, but for now, we don't really have any of those recipes yet, and I will cry about it whenever that time happens. Other than that, I think I did set up a recipe for the Dyson Swarms because I wanted to upgrade the DTPFs. These guys are a little slow, but I did set up the recipe for the Dyson Swarm, right? It was mimicking this white spray can, right? It did not finish, and it's been like 3 days since I started it. And funny enough, the reason is because I'm gonna keep that there. Actually, it's the amount of transcendent metal that it needs. So if I check for the spray can, right, the whole idea was to make 4 of the Dyson Swarms, which we can do it, but the amount of transcendent metal that we need is it's kind of absurd. It says only 23,000, but it was actually in the 60s. This thing has been running for like 3 days nonstop, and we did not have enough transcendent metal. And so there's like 2 things I want to do before we can get to this point. One of them is to work on the UIV component ass line casings so that we save a lot of transcendent metal in the components. So if I try to craft 43, we can totally do it as well. But of course, this also needs transcendent metal. This one is the one that needs 60,000, which we can do. It's ready for us to start, but we don't produce the transcendent stuff fast enough. So there's like a road plan, like a roadmap I kind of had in mind for the next couple of episodes. The first one is, or the first step is actually blast furnace spam. We have to commit to that to get the transcendent metal going faster. And then after that, we're going to upgrade the DTPFs just a little bit more in terms of power, because right now they're each getting 8.5 billion, I think, or something like that. Yeah, so upgrade that power because we have room to upgrade them. And then make 4 more DTPFs. I would like to get an octuple setup. It's basically going to be this exact setup except pasted over it. So that's one of the next things we need to do. After that, or in between somewhere, we have to take a look at fusion. We just need these casings, but somewhere along the middle, we ran out of netherite, whatever, so we may have to go into QFT to help us out here. So really the only issue also is netherrack, but I was kind of thinking we might as well just get into QFT at this point. And I don't want to use this compressor for netherrack because I feel like that's a waste of our black hole seeds that we can't make fast enough because of the transcendent metal it needs. So it just goes back to transcendent metal. So that's pretty much the first step I want to do is upgrade these blast furnaces. Let me drink some water. So, but otherwise it looks like we can actually craft. Like we can craft it, but it takes forever. That's the main problem. These coils is like the next major goal that we have. Because once we get eternal coils, we unlock basically every recipe in the DTPS. It's gonna be so good. But that's pretty much what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna start off with maybe some amount. So technically I do have the plan in place. I wanted to do 16. Basically quadruple this quad setup. So that's what I was actually crafting. So if I try to craft that many, I just need that is not what I wanted to craft. What? I'm gonna cancel the crafts because I don't know. We'll do copy. Mark copy. Yeah, from here all the way over there. I did set up a lot of the crafting, but I don't think it finished for one specific reason. Clear manual plans. Cancel auto plan. I don't really know what that does. So if I look at plan all manual, I need to craft 3 more, right? Because I would like to quadruple the setup. So just 3 more of this. So it looks like for the most part, everything is ready except for, I believe it's the coils. It looks like so much needs to be crafted, right? But it's just the infinity coils, really. That's the main issue. So let's go ahead and fix some of this stuff. So I did say off camera I was going to start moving these recipes over, and I didn't. So we can at least start with the infinity coils. These guys would do so much better over here. Really help us out here, and also might as well increase the recipe to like 64. Yeah, at this point everything should be stacks at a time. Right there. And I think that's pretty much all we need for this. Try to make 3 and then ignore everything else. Go for it. And see how long it's going to take to finish those. Because we already have 5,700. It's not that bad. But they weren't being made very slow. They were only being crafted like 1 at a time at the old setup. And it's not very good. It's not a very good setup. These should be way faster though. If I check here. Yeah, it's technically ×3 times it's a lot faster, in other words. So I think we'd be able to craft this, maybe even by today. So I guess you can say the next step is to actually plug it in. And I would also like for it to be kind of separated from all this because it needs a lot of room. And I'm also going to power the thing from the bottom. And also check out the black hole compressor. It's doing all kinds of recipes. I like that. So connecting these guys, it's the same thing as before. Pretty much anything, really. If I have to craft anything, it has to be in a normal bus and have a wireless item, like a detector cover on it with the same frequency, and it should work fine. That's all I had to do. I just added buses and covers. It looks like it's working okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. So, where are these blast furnaces going to go? That's a very good question. These things are kind of huge, right? So, what I like to do, you know me, is to put things on top of each other. But in this case, I don't think I'm going to do that. Like over there, right? The gaming PC, I can't quite do that with these because they need laser power. And it's kind of a little bit annoying to set up laser power like that. Unless I have designated UEV capacitors, which I don't. So you guys are going to be crammed back here, I think. I can even put them behind the DTPF. I got no problems there. Because there's going to be a group of... We'll shoot for a 2x2. 2x2 setup. So if I set up something right here, is there anything gonna... Right here is okay, but then this is gonna cause problems. And then this is gonna cause problems. So right here is where the board is gonna be. So move this that many blocks right there. It's right here, right? I can move it one left. Or I guess one right. Right there, right? Yeah, okay. So I probably have enough to build like 2 setups or something. We might as well get them down now and then work on configuring them. Oh, you don't have enough casings, I guess. Do you really not have enough infinity coil blocks for this? Or is it because everything is contained in the pattern? Yeah, that's what it is. Everything's contained in the pattern. I'll leave this crafting for a little bit longer. I have to put on lotion on my nose. My nose is itchy. It's either I get congested or my nose gets itchy or both. I think they're related to each other because my nose doesn't get this itchy unless I get allergies. But this also gives me a couple seconds to do this crafting. This is so much faster. So this should be finished pretty soon, actually. Yeah, okay. Just give me a couple seconds. I'm gonna go put lotion on my nose. It's itchy, just a little bit.
Okay, you know what? Allie, do you see the end of the rope?
Hold on. I was getting the food.
Allie?
I had to go all the way down.
Oh yeah, they're mad. I need to go across. I was not expecting that. Oh man.
Hello, are you here?
Name's Jessica.
Jessica?
Oh, what the hell was that?
It doesn't like it when you say your name.
Dude,
Everything's.
what?
Oh, it moved the camera.
No, you
Turn
can
on the
right
lights.
now.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, stop. I need to see the light. Bruh,
Oh,
move.
Oh, there's something there. What is it?
Un zapato.
So it looks like it, like, wait.
Which one is it?
The dance one? Yeah.
Yo, we hitting that.
Okay, it feels a lot better. Okay. How much progress? It looks like we're crafting a bunch of circuits. I'm really glad I got this supercomputer thing set up. Look at it go. Oh, man. It's able to craft a ton of these guys relatively quickly. Okay, but yeah, it's kind of waiting for everything to finish up. So a couple other things I would like to make for this, actually. Maybe a bunch of proxies. That should be enough proxies. I'm only saying should because I don't want to count. And then another thing is to be able to move power over here. Hey, Killer, what's up? Doing some deep thinking right now. Like, what is the next step? So I do need to move laser power over here. And is this also enough space for a 2x2? It looks like it, yes. I guess you can say the fourth one is not going to be moved until the others are set up, because I don't want to cause problems. Because if the blast furnace gets disconnected and I can't craft any like the supporting stuff, then we're going to get stuck. So don't do that until these guys are set up. Crafting 1280 infinity coil blocks. Bandits around SB and Death Row are just night and day. I've noticed that too. So like before the event started, I was at the bunker for a while, and I could not find any parts. But I think my luck is actually kind of low because I haven't found any parts during the event at all. I don't think so. Even with the U implant. So either my account is cursed and the U implant doesn't like me, or I just haven't been fighting bandits enough, which is also probably the reason. I've been playing so much Mugenics lately. I admit to it. I haven't really played as much other stuff. And this also includes Minecraft. So if you wonder why the streams haven't been really happening as much, I mean, that's not just Mugenics, but it's also just... I think a lot... Actually, it's my walks. I've been walking so much more than usual. So whenever I go out on a walk, like to that Purgatory Creek I talk about, it's usually about an hour to an hour and a half, right? No, my trips have been extended. They've been minimum 2 hours now. Just yesterday, I came back from a walk, 2.5 hours. Man, I was knocked out. I was tired. My feet are getting swollen, so I have to invest in good shoes, better shoes, because I bought some pretty good shoes last year, and they're getting destroyed. Ali, you caused my game to lag. How dare you? Yeah, Ali joining the server crashed it. You can't do anything. I'm pressing tab right now to open up my inventory. It's not working. No, it's just yeah, I've been pretty busy with other stuff besides Minecraft. It's also like the work related things, right? I've been focusing on that too because I'm trying to like how do I say it? Get on to the next step, next job. We gotta keep going. Oh, that's weird then. Okay. Well then, was it just not pressing it hard enough? Oh, anyways. Okay, so... Oh, wow, we were able to craft the coils fast. That did not take long at all. Okay, cool. Anyways, that should be a couple of this. It's not frozen on your end. I guess I was just tripping. Not the first time that's happened, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I kind of went in a whole like introduction, I guess, on what our major problem is right now and how to continue. So we recognized last episode that we want to increase the Dyson swarm, right? And we did set up a recipe being mirrored by these spray cans. So the idea is to craft 4 spray cans, right? Which we can totally do. But the amount of transcendent metal that it needs is absurd. And so I went down the rabbit hole of like, okay, if we're consuming so much of it, it's time to invest in the UIV component S-line casings to make the UAV components cheaper because they use a lot of transcendent metal. This is also expensive. It takes a lot more transcendent metal. So focus right now is to increase our production of transcendent metal, and that's where these blast furnaces are gonna help us out with. So the idea is to plant down a 2x2, and we're going all the way. And tell you what, while we're here, I'm just gonna commit to the fourth one right away. Let me just see what else is needed. So it's just infinity coil blocks. Let me plant down the 3 of them first. But yeah, this stuff gets expensive very fast. Ali's investigating. Yeah, we're building 16 blast furnaces. And it's funny because every time I do something like this, there's always someone in the chat or someone even in the Let's Play or in the YouTube comments. Oh, it's not enough. You're not gonna have enough. Oh, I'm never gonna have enough. It's not the point though. The point is just to learn, like how much does it take to beat this pack? That's what I want to learn. And in the end, it's just going my own pace also. So let's see how long it's gonna take to craft one more of this. And then, wow. It shouldn't be too long because we saw the infinity coils. Process quickly. Oh, yeah, they're all going to be turned on and they're all going to try to craft, but you're not powered yet. I have to make sure they're all off first. Oh, you're out of power. Of course you are. Hello, Ali. You're just chilling on top of the field of blast furnaces. Okay. Next up, let's go ahead and get the floor going. But we have a whole roadmap that I have in mind. Yes, those are explosions. Don't mind the explosions. Nothing's going on. This entire space elevator can also go away if I need more space for something else. Forgot about that. Because we basically got rid of it for the what do you call it? The Mark III elevator, and that's down there next to the quantum computers. That guy over there, you can't even see it. Too far away. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and all of this become... Oh, did I... Oh, excuse me. You know what? Another objective to help this out is upgrade them all to hypogen, but it's another potential concern I have is we were not crafting hypogen fast enough. But I did say one part of the roadmap is to get 4 more GTPFs. I would like to get my first octuple set up. What's up, Ali? Ali is seeing the absurdity of what I have to deal with. Honestly, it's pretty fun. It's relaxing stuff. I do admit to like being a little... I haven't played as much Minecraft as I should have. Again, is that Mugenics, a game so fun. I haven't played like a game like that in a while. So let me enjoy my fun. Oh, it's lagging again. And there it is. Okay, so it looks like it's my connection. It's not the server. Lawnmower guy is back, right? That's probably what happened, honestly. And the one time I want to play Minecraft, then I can't because my server, my connection is kind of funny. Now we got the lawnmower guy back here. He's back. Yeah, it was me. Okay, so that's probably why I lagged earlier, is because my connection is being a little funny. Like the server name? The server name is technically called Round 5, but like, whenever you can name it to whatever you want, and I named it Don't Forget to Record Bozo or something like that. I absolutely forget to hit the record button sometimes. So how long is this gonna take? You know what? The only reason was for this many coil blocks. I'm just gonna cancel that. We are technically have a fourth one already. I just need to set it up ahead of time. Not too bad. So technically, I think what I'm going to do is move it directly and get it set up. And then all the other ones I can just add to them as I need to. But of course, first step is to get the power out here. So I need an active transformer. We can probably get away with one of them. Now that I think about it, there's 16 blast furnaces, right? You give me 2. And then superconductor coil blocks, just a couple of you. And then the high power casings. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy paste this one directly, but I'm going to plan for it. Gonna need enough power first. And you know what? We should give each one their own active transformer so that it looks like this. It's a lot easier to deal with, right? Yeah. So what kind of power am I going to give them? 8.5 billion. I don't think I want to go farther than that. Because blast furnaces are one of those kinds of machines that don't really... Like, they don't have perfect overclocks, so you're technically wasting power. It's more efficient to just spam machines. That seems to be the case for a lot of stuff. So there's going to be 16 of these guys. And 16 of these guys. And then go ahead and just push all the power over. We'll use a 65 target hatch. Like that and like that, right? Okay. That goes here. Not quite. Yes. Then rinse and repeat for the others. Man, my spatial awareness is not very good. Is that the right word for it? I'm going to trust that it is. Yeah, sure. Good luck trying to figure out where that one is. Right here. Yes. And then the next one I can just estimate where it is, comparing the other ones. So it'll be right here. I trust. So each one is going to need a source hatch. No, target. And I guess I'll just pass them in a straight line, like a little, I guess you can say curve, right? Yeah. So we do source. This is target. That's target. This is source. So you're going to go into this guy through a target. And then source hatch. You go into this guy, target. And then you feed the last one right here, source hatch. Go into this one, target, just like that. And then for me to power this guy, target hatch, you're going to get power from this one. Right there. Yeah. At some point I am going to have to increase the power, like the backbone for this. And I'm going to hijack from this battery we have. We just have a separate battery over here. It's kind of by itself. But I should be able to connect like all of this new stuff over to it. So that we're able to pump even more power from it. Because we can't really, we can't go farther than 10 billion, I think. Or something like that. Wait. Oh, we have the blue one. Never mind. No, we can go as far as 1 trillion EU tick, actually. So we should be fine. But it doesn't mean that I want to, right? And then we'll start connecting everything over. It's going to be a lot of connections that we have to do. There we go. And we're also still crafting the 1024s right over here. Those should finish kind of soon. I don't know if it matters, but I'm going to be using... Does it actually matter if I use the UV 16384s? Nah, I'm rich. I want everything to be the same tier. Create a fly with mud. Oh, yeah, that's right. Allie's here. What is this? Oh. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. It probably would have helped us a long time ago, right? Hello. I don't want it. It's back in storage. Thank you. Target hatches are done. But you have creative flight, don't you? I mean, while you're here, you can just borrow the infinity armor. It's fine. Just don't forget it. The infinity armor gives you creative flight. It's also me just trying to say that I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to blow it up either. I don't know how this works. Like, I really have no excuse. Like, I don't need the infinity armor for anything until, like, I had to fight the Chaos Dragon. But, oh yeah, there's no MV power anywhere in the base. I don't think so. Something's going to explode. I mean, there is, but it's so far in the like the early parts of the base that it's not even gonna have an effect out here. Target hatch. No. It had to be source hatch like this. Yeah, Ali joined and crashed the server. She always does that. Yeah, you can steal the armor. I don't really. I don't have a use for it. But if I have to fight Chaos Dragon, which I will at some point, then yes, I will have to use it. But that's the only reason I need it. I can probably tank it with the quantum armor, but I don't trust it. I don't know if I should have given her that power though. Now she's like literally unkillable. Oh yeah, Ali now has creative flight. There's also the last stand enchant. You're right. Is that even a thing here? Oh, it is. I didn't know we had that here. Or I didn't know it was part of this version of Minecraft. Okay. Oh, that's funny. So I'm familiar with Last Stand. So in Divine Journey 2, I did take out the dragon with like the Astro Sorcery Mantle of the Stars. It gives a little bit of chaos resistance, but I used a lot of XP in Last Stand to take it out. I ended up using a lot of levels for that. Last Stand is super powerful. As long as you have like some kind of mob farm, then you're actually unkillable also. Drink some water. Okay. So I think what I want to do is get this thing powered up first. So I can put the original blast furnaces over here. Hey, yo, call me Breathing Palm. I actually started playing Meatball Craft also. I'm not sure how much good advice I can give because I didn't really go that far into the pack. I only made it to like early chapter 2. But advice I can probably give is, I'm trying to think here, is to treat it like a kitchen sink until like chapter 3 or whatever. So just play how you want to play and you're going to get comfortable with like certain technologies and whatnot. That's as much as I can say though, because I didn't get that far in the pack. I had to quit a little early because I wanted to focus on GTNH. But at some point I would love to go back into it. I mean, it's also just how the vanilla enchantment system works, right? So if you had a 1,000 levels and you use 10, that is a ton of experience you got like that consumed. Like if I were to walk around with 10 levels in my hotpoint right now, I would die. 10 levels at 1,000 is, I don't know if that makes sense. It's like it's how the experience is rated, or like how do I say it? Calculated. Is it exponential? Something like that. It's like me right now. If I spend 10 levels, that's way more experience than 10 levels when you're at 1,000. Last time I ended up cheat block to scan in Overworld. I don't know what cheat block is. What do you mean? Yeah, by all means, you feel free to play however you want. In the end, it is a sandbox game, right? So I would love to be able to move everything, but I feel like everything's gonna break if I do that. Let me double check here first. Oh, with the scanner. Okay, 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 okay. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's, again, in the end, it's up to you, like how you want to play. Personally, I would absolutely would have spent like 30 hours looking for that stuff, but that's just me. I'm also just a patient person. All right. So I would like to move the original one over here. I don't know how that's gonna work out though, as long as you had power. And also, oh man, I guess what I can do is actually just copy the bottom. So what goes on the bottom again? I forgot. That maintenance hatch. Yeah, the maintenance hatch goes on the bottom. And you also need output bus. Do you? Getting a little lost here. Hang on. I remember my first time with the player launcher. It was so funny. I actually caught it on camera. I was laughing so hard at it because it was. I heard that people were recommending it because it's a great way to travel, but it's so funny. It's too good. You absolutely get launched everywhere with it. Yeah, player launcher is just funny. So I think this is what I want to do. And then I have like the stocking bus for other things, but I think this is kind of the setup I want to do. So usually with like a lot of machines, I like to do a dedicated output subnet. I think I'm just gonna end up doing it honestly. Yeah, we'll do the dedicated output, but for sure I do need to, I'm gonna disconnect this. Well, actually no. I want to be able to move everything over here. That don't think that needs to be here actually. Hang on. I'm trying to think how this is gonna look. Because for sure this doesn't need to exist because there's no patterns here, so I'm gonna break this down. I have to put that back before I break everything else. I should have enough to do everything. Yeah, okay. So I think what I'm going to do is commit to a move action, but I have to make sure that all of this stuff is off. This is really tricky because the amount of stuff that can get shoved into here without my wanting to is going to cause some problems. I think I have to disconnect it first to absolutely be sure that nothing breaks. Let me just double check that they're all cleared of junk. Yeah, okay. Now, I've usually had issues with things and like patterns inside crafting buffers whenever you copy paste, but I don't know about cut and paste. Let's start from over here. Like that. And I think that'll be okay. Yeah, let's try that. Do you move the patterns with you? Yes, you do. That's what I was concerned with. Okay. And then heat-proof casings. Like that. And then these guys, I think I have to like connect them again because they're all over the place. And I will totally do that. Yeah, just make sure that everything is plugged in correctly. You don't connect this with the wire snip. Okay. Double check everything is good to go. You have a bunch of outputs. That is not turning into a heat-proof casing, so I think something broke. It's probably because you don't have the right muffler on top. Yeah. Like that. And go ahead and make the rest of the mufflers. Muffler hatch LV. LV, yeah. Okay, running fine. As long as they're all running fine, we can continue to the next step. And they'll turn them all on later on. Okay, so next step is to start connecting with the data stick. And that's going to be outer, outer, inner, inner. That's what I'm thinking. So I would say outer, connect to inner, and then outer. Two. This is the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Blast furnace 24 next to 3. Gets a little confusing the further down the path it goes. The third from the last. 24 was the last one, right? Ali's speed running the quests. She's gonna beat GTNH faster than I do. I'm not being sarcastic with that either. I sincerely mean it. If one of the other Restless Club members joined, they would probably beat the pack faster than I can. And I'm not like ashamed to admit that. Also, I should probably chunk claim everything here. I do have a lot of mess, don't I? Okay, I think this is our template. It should be good to go. I just need to connect it to everything else, but as far as I'm concerned, that should be everything. And then I'll go ahead and mark copy. I mean, can you blame me? There's so many quests. This is absolutely gonna forget stuff. Go ahead and copy this guy. And then paste it over here. And you might wonder, like, okay, well, why are you gonna paste it? Honestly, it's probably easier to just paste it over here. I have to paste it so that I can, not like that. Oh, I can pick it up, right? Like that. So I can control like the proxies and then copy to the other ones. What do you mean you don't have infinity coil blocks? I literally just moved it all. Oh, you didn't move? Oh, because I only moved the bottom part. Okay, well, I'm going to harvest this. Hang on. Exchange. Yeah, I need to harvest this. Let's go. You're coming with me. I probably should have made sure that the first one works correctly, because otherwise you're going to cripple your base if you don't have a blast furnace. Especially at this point of the pack, right? But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm pretty sure. I trust myself. I'll come back for the rest. It's just a skeleton of the blast furnace down there. It looks funny to me. Now, the vacuum freezers, they may just stay like that, honestly. I'm not sure if I need to expand them too much. But, you know, time will tell. If I start seeing issues, then I know where to go next. And there we go. You have enough coils. Stop crying. And then what I need to do is get the proxies in. We should have enough proxies, but it's going to be all of these guys instead. Because we don't need to have crafting buffers for all of them, just for one. Saves channels like that too. And then I can actually mark copy. And I can copy the settings for these guys. And put them over here as well. So that they have the same settings as well. There we go. And then connect the 1024's source hatches over here. Like that. And then start connecting all of their power. I tell you what, I think I'm just going to copy paste from here. No. I need you to copy this block, please. Yes. And then you copy or you paste from this corner. Just like that. I should have enough for everything. Man, Matter Manipulator, imagine doing this without it. There was a time where people actually did have to do that without this. I think at that point they were using World Edit and then just like deleting all the blocks. Because World Edit doesn't really have a way to copy non-creatively, I think. I don't actually know. Either way, it kind of would have been a nightmare, I think. Okay, so each one is going to need a... At this point, I think I should set up this one completely, get it going, and then start copy pasting everywhere else. I think it's actually ready to go. I'm gonna go right there. So the whole point of that was to get the proxies correct. And I think that's everything, right? Yeah, and then I just need this guy as well, because we're not using buffers for all of them, just for the first one. Okay. Next step is get a bunch of wireless connectors, which I probably should have. Here we go. We're gonna have trouble. Oh no, we can still craft them, right? Yeah, as long as it doesn't need to use the blast furnaces, we're okay. But I am going to commit to the output subnet for these. It should save us on channels. So output subnet is white cable.
Here we go, one more point down, I take it slowly.
Hey, Sai. Slowly but surely, right? Yeah, we're gonna connect this to the output bus. Just like that. And the maintenance hatch is like in the middle. Just don't forget about it, because I know I'm gonna forget about it one day. And then cry whenever this like my system doesn't work. Oh, what do you mean you need maintenance? No, it doesn't. How's it going, Sai? That point redeem has always started off as a meme, and I'm glad that people still do it. I find it funny. One, two, three, four. What do you mean by speed? As in like how fast your playthrough is moving, or what? Oh. I think it's a good idea to have that point redeem because it makes people want to come back, right? I'm okay if people don't come back for the content. I'm okay with that. But if you want to come back for the silly point redeems, I'm down. Two. Oh yeah, have to bind it 4 times. That's right. Okay, so it's further being wirelessly connected. So we have the outputs being connected to the output subnet. And now these guys. I don't know if I want to deal with it, honestly. Because this is how we get a refined platinum salt dust back into metallic. Honestly, I probably should do this because otherwise it piles up like crazy. I don't really have anything. I'm going to ignore it for now because I think we're getting it from the void miners, right? So it's not trying to craft it, I guess. I don't even know. I'm going to ignore it for now, but I will cry about it. I'm going to notice it later anyways. Next step fast and not spending 50 hours to mine only copper and tin to get steam age. From what I've learned so far, it's going to be like that for the entire pack. Again, if you play it a little slow, and that's okay too. It's okay to take your time. You're supposed to be red though, because that's a red UHV power. It's pretty much the same thing I'm going through right now. I can absolutely spend 50 hours making transcendent metal with the current speeds we have right now, but we need the transcendent metal yesterday. So machine spam it is. But it seems like that's the answer to like life itself in GTNH is parallelizing. It's one of those do as I say, not as I do situations, right? Because I don't parallelize too much. I admit to that, but I do recognize that it is the way to beat the game. And more machines overall also saves power. So there's like nothing stopping me from like spamming this thing with like 8.5 billion times 16 because we have 16 blast furnaces now, right? So yes, I can do 8.5 times 16, but it's actually more efficient to more machines because you save more power. Something to do with overclock calculations. That's as far as it really goes. No, we still have enough wireless connectors. I've been in this playthrough for so long. I have not even seen those new Steam multi-blocks. I haven't had a chance to play with them. I hear they're really good though. Not that one. Choose something that is not connected, like one of these guys. Not connected. You're connected now. So that's connected to my crafting buffers over here. And there you go. And drink some water. Getting a little thirsty. And yeah, I totally get that. It really has been 22 months then. Time flies. Okay, so there's already stuff in here, right? Because all my passive stuff is, or my level maintain things are trying to get crafting. Like, please, sir, let me craft. So if I press OK, do something here. There we go. Okay, so that they're working at least. That's a good sign. And if this one works, honestly, all the other ones should work as well, as long as you have power, which I'm assuming they do because I did matter manipulate everything. Everything is on. So let's try it. I think I'm going to have to like enable every single one of these things. Enabled. Enabled. We'll do a little test right now to see if they're actually working by making like 1,000,000 transcendent metal. Maybe not 1,000,000, but a lot. Maybe not transcendent metal, but something. April 24th was the last timestamp I can find for an actual. Okay. Yeah, I guess it has been a while. I totally get that though. If you take a long break from something, it's really hard to come back to it. It's a big reason why I wasn't able to play Meatball Craft, because I took a break for the Christmas break. It's like about a month long, and I came back and I was like, yeah, this pack isn't getting the attention it deserves, or I'm not able to at this moment, so we'll come back to it. And there we go, just like that, we have 16 blast furnaces. Yo, I also see a little error here. Let me fix this. Yeah, if you've been around for a little while, like, and I really mean a little while, you know, that's really what keeps games like this going, and it's also what keeps me going as well, is the community behind it. Because I don't play PAX for that long. Ali, you scared me. I forgot you were here. Oh, I don't know if I jumped on camera, but oh, you freaked me out. I didn't see your name tag. Oh, you made me forget what I was gonna say. You're lucky I can't punch you anymore. Wait, I can punch you? What? Thought you're invincible. Oh, she's gone. Okay. No, what was I saying? Yeah, I typically don't play PAX for too long. Or the other Restless Club members can attest to that. The only reason I'm still playing this one is because of the community behind it. Not just like the viewers, like the Twitch viewers, right? Or YouTube viewers, but just the general community. It's such a big pack, and a lot of people that share their input on stuff like this. I think I'm going to have to cancel everything, though, because I don't know what broke. Fluids, so I won't worry about fluids. Yeah, I think we're fine right here. So where is this trying to craft? It's trying to push it right over here. You think it has something to do with the output? No, it's fine. You made a big mistake with blood magic. Honestly, I didn't really get into blood magic until like all the way over here in whatever tier I was in, UEV. Yeah, right here, all the way here, Awakened Core. That's when I decided to get into blood magic stuff because I just wanted the Infinity Armor, and then I made the Infinity Armor, and I realized I don't like it. But I'm still glad we got into magic because you do need it for some like really good quality of life things. One of them being the crafting storage, which I do want to get at some point, but we need a bunch of chaos fragments for this. It's pretty expensive still. I haven't really thought about it yet. Got other things to work on. It's creative flight. So GTNH is also one of the only packs where I go for like jetpack related flight. Because most packs I just go for creative flight and I'm okay. But this one, the jetpacks is you're so like, so you're flying all over the place. Also, the Thaumcraft has the inertial canceling mechanic, so you know you don't drift anywhere. That's so good. I love that feature. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Gonna do some cleanup here. Oh, that's right. You did no rocket run. Are you still doing a challenge run for this playthrough? I haven't played with a Kami armor. Is that any different? You say Kami armor? Isn't that like, is that an actual thing or is it a corium? They call it Kami, right? Yeah, they call it Kami. Hey, Ali. She's gonna throw me something. Yeah, I've never really had a chance to play with that stuff. Yeah, they got out of the space. Okay, but we have, what do you call 16? Like, what do you call multiple 16? Like whenever you have 10, you have deck tuple. Is there a word for 16? Deci sextuple? Is that a word? Sure, let's go with that. Hextuple. That makes sense also. Well, we have 16 blast furnaces now. Pretty good. Good improvement. All these DTPS are so cool, but they're also so slow. So that's the next part of the roadmap is actually getting 4 more of them. We're putting them on top, but that's also going to take forever. We also have this reject blast furnace that I haven't paid attention to in forever. I'm so sorry. But not really. I don't pay attention to you. Look how much power he has. He's kind of just doing passive setups that I completely ignore and I don't even know we have them anymore. I just left it there. I'm not gonna worry about it though. Okay. So Transcendent Metal, this is our main bottleneck. I need to be able to craft this stuff by the boatloads. So let's say 1,000. You know what I should do? Is actually increase the recipe sizes here to account for all of that. So because I have a whole bunch, 256 fine. We'll do 256. In other words, just hit the button twice. There we go. So if I try to make the transcendent metal here, I don't know, 10,000. That's we'll just do 1,000. Abyssal alloy plate. Our bending machines and fluid solidifiers have been improved by a ton, so they're not the bottleneck anymore. But I can still increase them. Tesseracts is, of course, DTBF, which has yet to be upgraded. But they're not like terribly slow either, right? No, they're still doing pretty good. So I think what I should do next is start considering upgrading the netherite through QFT. Because this, I'm going to need the QFT at some point. Especially when I get into the Godforge, because it's one of the materials I need for the Godforge. I was looking into Godforge as the next solution, but something here, I don't know. There's something here that needs the QFT. It's one of like the weird unique products that it can make sometimes. I honestly can't tell you which one is one of them though. Yeah, this thing. Superconductor rare earth composite. You can only make this in Quantum Force Transformer. So I'm also missing out on a lot of netherite for Mark V casing. So I think that's like the next step we should take is getting into QFT. I have a controller for it already. I have no idea why, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take advantage of it is what I was trying to say. You're going to break one rule right away in Steam Age, and what is that? Can I even craft that? I don't think I can, actually. I hate when a sneeze doesn't come out. I'm going to put this in the up to your ass line. There's no space for it, so I'm going to put something. I'm going to just replace something with it. Not voiding anything. Okay, got you. Okay, buy neutron accelerator. And I think I have to research this. Research on molecular transformation. That doesn't look like anything I've ever crafted, so yeah, I probably have to set this up. Fine H whatever wire. Go ahead and make 64 of those. Wire mill 3. I made too much. That's fine, doesn't matter. Integral framework. Ass machine circuit 20. Speaking of boiler, it's so funny to me that I totally have had a boiler running nonstop, and I don't know if like very, very long-term enjoyers, long-term viewers will remember this room. This is the first room we ever built on the personal space. Like we all started out here, and like this is where the portal was. The portal has not been moved since, I don't think. And I was like, I'm just gonna build like a building here for my Steam stuff, and this has not been moved. And it has been processing Steam forever. All it is just 2 advanced coke ovens, and they can support 2 high pressure boilers. And I just have a couple of like spruce farms up here, all off of basic steam turbines to power an MV crop manager that is able to do these 2 levels. And that's all it is. And then you have this that's on fire because I put a rock breaker, set down lava, and I blew it up, and I just haven't dealt with it. And so yeah, we totally have had Steam running forever. It's actually where I'm producing my steam for a lot of recipes. It's actually right there. Luckily, I haven't like needed that much steam, but if I ever need tons of steam, right, like more than, oh, I guess I'm getting it from a byproduct of somewhere. Yeah, this is a byproduct. Never mind. I'm getting it just fine. It's still funny to me though that has been there forever. Okay. Fluid solidifier ingot. You can go right there. I don't know how we're going to be crafting a piece of paper in the how does this turn into paper? Maybe some things aren't meant to be questioned, right? Okay, here's the test here. Am I able to craft that stuff fast enough? Or how fast am I crafting this in the first place? So transcendent metal, we are producing this at 122,000 per day. So we can process a ton of it per day if you think about it. 122,000 times 16, right? That's a big number. I think it's like 2 million, right? Yeah, 1.9 million. So we can craft a lot of the stuff in one day, but this is also going to help us in like an intermediate crafting, like whenever I don't want to wait too long. Make sure everything is being used. Okay, so it looks like we may have to increase the crafting size because not all of them are being utilized. You see that? So each one is 256. That's the thing. So if I have 16, then I want to increase the pattern so that it tries to craft everything at once. And it's kind of where I want to go with, right? It tries to just push everything at once. Yeah, right here. Okay. So 256, it's essentially going to be this times 16. Anyone want to tell me what's 4096 divided by 16? Times 256. Okay. Close, very close. I had to open it. I didn't come up with it in my head. No, I'm not that smart. I just pulled up a calculator next to me. It's a valiant effort. So I'm going to put this in the vacuum freezer. We're going to craft 4096 at once so that it takes full advantage of all 16 blast furnaces. Yes, the initial crafts are going to take longer, but who cares? We need them to be, we need them to craft. This is blast furnace 1. Right there. And the same idea for all the other stuff. If I need to increase it, it will actually be faster for me to just match the number of blast furnaces we have. Oh yeah, a lot of these recipes here, I'm honestly gonna take them out and fix them because a lot of them broke because of all the random like conflicts I've had in here. So I've slowly but surely been moving anything that has circuit 4 or circuit 5, putting them in its separate in a separate blast furnace or a separate crafting buffer. There it is. Okay. Okay, so I take care. Thanks for joining. Have a good night. Yeah, today's totally just like a more chill episode, just getting more blast furnaces set up and planning for the next step. It's really just waiting on Transcendent Metal. That's where our bottlenecks are. So anything that's circuit 5, I want to put over there. Over there. Everything else can stay here. Oh, Allie's getting into some farming. I think it has something to do with the number of inputs, right? So this would be circuit 4 because of the number. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna assume that's what these circuits are for. So if I check for this one, is that circuit 3? Yeah, okay. So anything with circuit 5, with 5 different things, like that's circuit 5. So that's probably gonna break. I'm not sure if having fluids affects the circuit. It does. So there's 5 things, 5 inputs. So that means circuit 5. And that's the recipe that was breaking. Because every time I try to craft something and it gets stuck on a fluid, I always have to come back here and fix it. So I might as well just fix it outright. Okay. It was just that one, actually. All right, we should be fine. Give me my research notes. I drink water while it finishes. Never mind, it finishes too late. You ain't gonna drink water because you actually just finished the crafting real fast. Okay. Let's go research this man's.
Drink the water.
Baited. Yeah, I'm actually thirsty. I also had pizza for lunch from Papa John's, so I'm a little thirstier. You know how it is. It's over here, right? Yeah. Okay. So there's a recipe for this. So I think I should be able to make the QFT. This is going to be my next step. So what I understand from the QFT, it's kind of like a procedural multi-block. Is that even the right word for it? It's a tiered multi-block, similar to how water is, like the purified water. In order to make the next tier, you need the previous tier's outputs. So it's going to start off at tier 1. We can get to tier 2, maybe even 3. I think we can get to tier 3, but that's it. But tier 4 and absolutely not happening. Actually, let me double check. So I know we can get to tier 2. It's a little pricey though, but we can get there. Yeah, here's an example. We need this stuff, which only comes from the tier 1. So that's what we need it for. Tier 3, I'm not sure if we can even make it. Yes, but that's super expensive. And I don't think it's worth it. We're just looking for tier 2 for the netherite stuff. So I want to focus on this because I need more netherite to make Mark V fusion and to make all the other stuff faster. That's the whole idea. I'm curious if anyone's done the math or if there's a way you can tell how many patterns we have added to the system. It has to be a lot. It's a double plate, right? There you go there. Craft it. Yeah, you can tell we're kind of past due for this because it's crafting fast. Hey, Entropod, what's going on? I don't know if you were able to hear the last question I had here, but is there a way for me to tell how many patterns I have in storage without taking them out of the interface terminal? I'm just curious, like how many patterns have I added? Oh man, I'm sure it's at least in the thousands. We're setting up the quantum force transformer though. Whole point, I just want to get to tier 2 so I can upgrade netherite because we need netherite for Mark 5 fusion. And I don't want to deal with upgrading my current setup, so I'm just going to get into QFT. That's the whole point. I'm too lazy to upgrade the passive stuff. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I wonder why you're taking forever. Did I put you in the wrong machine? No, you should be. That's not a good sign if that's not crafting. I put you in circuit 24, not circuit 4. What are you doing? I don't have any circuit 24. Oh, okay. Well, I guess you're getting added over here. Oh, with the computer. Okay, I got you. Maybe one day I'll do like a playthrough where I just like focus on computers, but not too sure about that. Dang, the sneeze didn't go through. Come on, I've got like at least 3 sneezes backed up. Goes there. And also circuit 4. These guys are also past due. I recognize that. Go ahead and craft you. Oh, I guess they're gonna be crafted over here, right? So somewhere down the crafting adventure, or did you not? What happened here? Do I not have the research for this? Oh, I probably don't have the research for this. Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's at least 14 of them. Yeah, I don't think I researched it. That's the issue. What do you mean you can't craft uranium ingots? It's like the most simple thing. For what? Oh, have a good night, Allie. She gave up at 900. 900 what? Did I miss something, Allie? I'm sorry. Talking about quests, quest completions. Were you counting the patterns? Don't tell me you were counting the patterns. That's a joke. I would never make anybody count that many patterns. That's a lot. Okay, don't complain about uranium. You have a pattern now. Yes, craft it. Yeah, it's just missing the research for that. Let's get a data stick. You actually counted to 100 rows full of patterns, so there's at least 1,000 for sure. Man, that's a lot of patterns. I'll tell you what, let's make a temporary pattern for the QFT right over here. We do right here. Force field glass. We need all of that. Not you, not you. We need a bulk catalyst housing and the controller just like that. Red spray can. I also need to research this guy. Man, there's been so many patterns, right? What is this? Oh, that's right. I tore down this because we're not using mining modules anymore. Because we have the portal to the deep dark with all the void miners over there. All 64 void miners. $4 million quant. What the heck? Oh, it's not that. Not that slow. I just want to be able to craft that. I don't know if I'll be able to get the QFT by tonight. I really don't know how expensive it is. If I can get at least tier 1, that'd be great. Okay, have a good night, Allie. Thanks for helping out with the quest, even though I give you some trash about it. I do appreciate it. It's all fun and games. I wouldn't say I actually give trash to it. It's just I'm lazy to complete quests. Did it just finish instantly or what? Oh no. 45 seconds. Got you. Okay. So let's go ahead and try to craft the red spray can, which has the recipes for all of the entirety of the Quantum Force Transformer. There's a lot of stuff we're going to have to do. But we'll get there. This is Ass Machine 0. You wasn't able to complete quests on your single player, so. How much research are you going to make me do? Honestly, it's not even that bad. We just have to research these 3 things. Force field glass, of course. And whatever that is. Okay, we have 1 research. QFT, give me the achievement. Yeah. Can't do anything with it. Force field glass. I just set up a recipe for this. You know, a bunch of long netherite rod. Goes in the plasma arc furnace with all the other netherite stuff. Long celestial tungsten rod. Throw that in the fluid to little fires. Quantum glass. I always find it so funny that a lot of like sites like high-tech sci-fi shows, if they want to sound smart, you just put the word quantum in front of it. No one understands what it means. What was I missing? Long infused gold rod. Got you. Thank you. I just wanted 1 so I can research the guy. Where do I use this? The wormhole thing, which I don't think. Oh, that's where it is. Okay. What is this? Looks like something like a house I would build in Minecraft. Chemical plant being slow, not a surprise. It's because of all the mutated living solder that it gets stuck in here every now and then. Hurry up. Oh, that's going to take a while, actually. So I do recall trying to get the quad setup going, but I remember us having issues with it. But now that I have proxies. That should make things a little better, but I don't know how it's going to work with the catalyst housing. Because I remember having a quad set up and it just wasn't working. It refused to work, and I don't know how to fix it. We actually have the space for a quad setup. But we do have a pizza force field class, right? Yeah. We might as well get into the research of these guys. Need 3 data sticks. 1, 2, 3. And while the chemical plant is working, we can wait for the research and do some other things. Oh, can I make that too? Oh, that's cute. I said it's tier 4 though. It's tier 4. We can't do this. I mean, we can do tier 4. No, actually, no, we can't. Tier 4 is a little nasty. Technically, we can do it once we get Shirabon and these kinds of circuits, which it's gated behind Shirabon, but we're not that far off yet. But yeah, it's a little ugly. It's a nasty recipe. And I mean that in like good faith, by the way. I'm not actually talking trash. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a little expensive. Bulk catalyst. Oh, did it take the data stick out? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Let's at least set up 2 things. Yeah, I'm gonna want to quad them. It's also just because we have mutated living solder being level maintained to 10 million. And every time I do a big craft, it takes like overnight to finish up. That's also part of the problem. That I just have it being level maintained by huge numbers. Oh, that is something I can do right now, actually. Where are my wireless energy hatches? Did I run out? Give me 8. Could have sworn I had more of them. Or I forgot to make them. I always try to craft like 100 at the end of each episode, and I guess I forgot. Okay, so this guy can be put in the bulk assembly thing. This guy also, because there's no stacking recipes. So put this in as lining it. The bulk assembler will just do that. And I'll craft stack at a time. So I recognize that at some point I have to improve the up tier ass lines, because yeah, 2 of them is not going to cut it. For pico circuits especially, they are not going to do it, because each one takes like 500 seconds actually, because we're up tiering it to the next tier, so it divides by 2. So each one takes 250 seconds. So just 8 circuits. Someone do the math for me. What is that? 2,000 seconds is a lot of minutes. I'm not going to count. So yeah, maybe I should do that whenever I start preparing for all this stuff. I'm going to need a lot of regular ass lines for sure. Oh, I know exactly where the rest of the energy hatches where it went. It's the macerator as well. This was taking forever. I noticed it, so I just put on 8 energy hatches. And they're still really slow. I'm not going to worry about that. Not a priority then. That's an off-camera craft. But yeah, absolutely we want to increase regular ass lines as well. That's one of the lists. And I think we'll probably just end up doing that tomorrow, honestly. Because I still have to move this. The old bulk assembly. This doesn't really do much anymore. I have to move it. Put all the recipes over here in the new bulk assembler. And then I think even duplicate this setup and copy it for those ass lines. It'll be a very similar setup, so it shouldn't be too difficult because we already have all the science down. But right now I just want to set up recipes. Super dense infinity catalyst plate. You're going into their very fancy black hole compressor. There you go. Neutron shielding core. I just researched that, right? Yeah. Throw this in bulk ass line right there. Quantum frame box. Sure. Dense precious metal, circuit 9. We're using ingots, I think. Quantum rod, fluid solidifiers. My neighbor's going crazy. Chromatic glass screw, we'll do that here. And just when I was asking about how many patterns I probably put hundreds more just today. Black hole compressor fluids. It can literally be there too, doesn't matter. How about now? Yes, but I don't think, I don't know how long it's going to take. I guess we'll see what kind of bottlenecks we have. We don't really have the capability to address bottlenecks right now because I forgot to craft the wireless energy hatches. They're annoying to craft, but I just craft a whole bunch of them off camera overnight. And they're ready for us to upgrade stuff. But right now, I don't think so. But I guess we'll see where any issues lie. So, blast furnacing should be a lot more improved. It's usually things to do with like fluid stuff that can be a little bit of a problem. And I think this guy's going to cause problems too because the macerator's stuck on transcendent metal. How much more do you have left? You'll finish in time. It's fine. I'll wait for that. I don't want to mess with it. Molten and a quadria. That's a little slow, right? Because we're not pushing enough Nequadria in there, I don't think. Quantum screw, the fluid solidifiers are absolutely working overtime for this, right? I hope. Oh yeah, they're working overtime. Do it. I need more of you. Which isn't that bad, but of course it needs wireless hatches, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to remember. Actually, let me bookmark it so I don't forget about it. Oops, we need a lot of this. And also, once we get to Shirobon, that's going to let me craft the UIV wireless hatches. Which means every setup that has UEV needs to get upgraded to UIV. That includes all of this, all of that, basically everything here. Yeah, it'll be fun. So I'm starting to see here that fluid extracting can be a little slow. And also the mega alloy blast smelter. So I think that's what I want to do soon is duplicate this one. Because you only have the one. How much power are you getting? I mean, you're getting 8.5, but if you're the only one that's running, that's not very good. So I may need to have more than one. That seems to be the case for a lot of different things, right? All of this stuff is DTPF, of course, so that's not expected. I mean, that's completely expected. It's going to take a while. But yeah, it's looking like Mega Alloy Blast Smelter can be a little slow sometimes. The heck, what do you mean power fail? What happened here? I might have broken this too much. I didn't change a single thing to do with this. What happened? I mean, I have power, right? I have a lot of power. I don't know what's going on. Unless the this one didn't work correctly or what? I mean, we have the power. I don't know why you're complaining about it. The heck happened? I did move this, so maybe I messed with it somehow. All I did was I got rid of these cables here, but are you even getting power anymore? I have no idea what happened. I don't think I have, like, I'm throttling the input. Maybe I'm throttling the backbone input. Could that be the case? So if I think about it, I have how many machines here? There's I'm gonna count machines that consume 8.5 billion. There's four here. That's 8. 16 here. We'll do 25 because of the blast smelter as well. 25. I'm sorry, I don't like this calculator because it doesn't tell me decimal points and it makes me confused sometimes. I need to see commas and stuff. So 25 times 8.5 billion. Yeah, that's what's happening. I'm throttling. Okay, so that's actually what I wanted to do. I actually have an entire different battery over here. And I'm gonna separate the network. Oh, okay. In that case, cancel you. We're gonna backtrack here. We have the power, I just don't have a good backbone. And I think it's because all the blast furnace started taking up everything. So this is how I'm powering the DTPF and the blast furnace. It's going through this one, and then it gets dispersed there, right? But I need to upgrade the backbone. So originally this power is coming from the original network, but I don't want to do that anymore. I want it to start coming from over here. So what I can do instead is basically just connect the cable here into this one, disconnect that, and that's it. That's all we have to do. And everything on this part of the base will be powered by this battery over here. And this one does have UEV, so it should be fine. So commit to the big battery. We need UEV, not UEW. Laser target. Give me a big one. Yeah. We're going all the way with whatever that number is. Is 16 an easy to reasonable thing to craft right now? Oh, this man's expensive. No, well, it's not really. We're doing a lot better when it comes to crafting like anything, right? But of course, it's the DTPF. Yeah, we need to upgrade you, man. You're so slow. I know I failed power. Don't worry. It's an accident. It's because I'm pushing too much power to those blast furnaces. I guess what I can do temporarily is like pause them, right? So they don't break my stuff. How many do I need actually? Because 16 is probably too much here. I already have source hatches, but is this the biggest UEV laser? Yeah. We might as well just use that one. So I need how many corresponding target hatches? I need one to go here, and that's it. And then one to go here. And I think with that we should be fine. Because 8.5 billion times 16 is that less than 137. Yeah, it's a little under, but I think we can get away with just 2 of them. So I just need 2 for now. I just want to be able to do this. And not that expensive actually. Yeah, we can already do that. So yeah, I'm totally just going to break you, plug this guy in. Hopefully that doesn't break everything, right? No, okay. And then go ahead and plug this. We have to replace this guy over there. And I think you're stuck because the vacuum freezer's broke. So I should be able to turn on just one of them for now. Oh, never mind. You might be a little slow. Skill issue. I honestly did not even consider the backbone dying to be a problem. Because whenever I set up the backbone, 137 billion, to me that seemed like a ton of power. And I was never going to reach that power. And now I'm just like using it up like nothing. Oh man. We really do scale like crazy here, right? Let me turn on 2 of them. I like to get this going because I want to continue my game. Also, another thing to look at is the infinity cooled casings, right? I can technically do this now, but is it even worth it? Gained perfect overclocks by consuming 7,500 liters per second. It is not worth it. Yeah, I'd rather not. That's a lot of space time. We can't craft that nearly as fast. How much stuff did you want to craft? That seems very expensive, yeah. So I was like, why wouldn't I just spam 1,000,000 of these guys? Vacuum freezer, right? Oh, it's because you probably have a lot of things in here, right? Oh, yeah. There's 10,000 transcendent metal in here. Oh, so here's another issue I've actually had. It's actually a pretty big issue. Something that I have to actually address. I don't know how, but we'll find it. So check this out. One of the flaws I have with the freezing is that I have a storage bus here with the sticky card, right, that takes in all ingot hot. That also includes transcendent metal. But I have a recipe here.
I'm back. How's the stream going?
I'll let that talk.
Also, how long can Brian talk for? What if I type a novel?
I actually don't know how long Brian can talk for. It's going pretty good. We're just addressing bottlenecks. But what was I talking about? Yeah, transcendent metal here. If for some reason I cancel a craft while I'm processing that much metal ingots, the craft is gonna take it from the crafting storage and then dump it back into storage, which ends up getting shown like here. I don't know if that's gonna be a problem. Now that I think about it, I actually fixed it by just doing bi-directional, because before I had insert only and it would get stuck there forever. But no, we should be fine. If I search for transcendent metal. Oh yeah, see, it's not fine. It doesn't see that I have 10,000 metal in there. And what does that mean? This stuff is just never gonna get used, and now I have 1,100 or 11,000 of it just stuck in there. So I'm not too sure how to address that. It's gonna be a little tricky to address it though, but one thing I could do is just stock the coolant that you need for this stuff anyways, so that it always gets processed, and I can use like a stocking hatch for both of this. I'll think about it off camera. It's not really urgent right now, but it's just something I wanted to bring up. Cosmic neutronium still needs to finish up here. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, not yet. Yeah, I don't know either. I thought it would work because it like before I did have it on insert only. And that way, yeah, it's not going to see it, but I literally just put it to bi-directional right now. And now I can't see it and I don't get it. It's weird though because it sees a storage cell. So maybe I need an interface for this instead? Let's try something. I should not be taking off the or dictionary filter card here. It's gonna break the entire network. I was thinking about it. As soon as I take off that card, everything is gonna go into here. Hang on, I gotta do this a little smarter. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's really the only problem child I have is they were in the transcendent metal. I had to think about that. You're right. How do I do this and not? By the way, I totally did not know you can do that. I just found that out by accident. Does that not work? I always have issues with not. Hang on, I could have sworn I had something over here in the bulk filter with a not. Okay. That's what I was thinking. What if it's not an error? It's just red because it's saying no. One way to find out, right? Okay, watch this, watch this. Oh, you know what I can do actually is take this out. I'll just replace it with a new one. This is 16 through 84, right? And then I'll just cycle through it. That's funny. We're so trained to see red as an error. So if the filter worked correctly, that the hot transcendent metal should not go into here. Okay, yeah. All right, thank you, Mr. Nibbles. I appreciate that. Okay, so red means it's just the filter saying don't do it. It's not really an error. Okay, so if I have transcendent, check for hot. Okay, now it shows up. Okay, now we have 10,000 of it just sitting in my storage. That's good. That's gonna help out a lot for shenanigans. Why do I have 46,000 rounds? I really did try to craft a lot of stuff and it didn't finish, so that's probably what happened. It's a lot of it. DTPF moments being a little slow. Let me drink some water. They should make an update where like heat, you have to apply for heat inside your components. No, don't do that. So what are you even crafting that's taking forever? But how much you want to bet it's Hypogen? Oh, it's Infinity. I know you've told me to have one running just Infinity, but I honestly don't want to change how I have this setup going. I like this. But yeah, I recognize that probably should have Infinity because it does take a while to craft. I don't even know where you're crafting. Why are you crafting Infinity in the first place? There's nothing here that wants Infinity. I think it's from a previous craft. Yeah, probably from a previous craft. Oh well. I mean, it is approaching 2 hours, so it might just be a good time to wrap up for today. Let me see here if there's anything else we need to do. Pretty good progress, though. We got 16 blast furnaces set up, and they kind of work. No, the blast furnaces work. It's just that I broke the vacuum freezers because now I'm pulling too much power to these guys. And that's mostly because I didn't account for the backbone. So what I intend to do is make a bunch of these laser hatches, right? Two of them for now, so that I can start making this the new battery source for the big machines that are going to be on this area of the base. And all the other ones are going to be like pretty much wireless. So we are transitioning to like almost full wireless at some point, but like the big machines that take lasers are going to be fed off of this battery bank, which I'm going to add a new backbone to it. And right now we only need like 2, I think. One for this guy and one for this guy. That's going to take a while though, because the DTPF got backed up with like a million other crafts. Of course you did. But that is part of the roadmap to get upgraded. We did complete the first one, which is more blast furnaces. Next part of the roadmap is, what do you think? More DTPFs or QFT? What should I go for next? I'm thinking QFT, honestly, for the plasma crafting. And for DTPF, I can totally just give it more power. And it'll still be faster. I give it a higher tier of lasers. I mean, let me see what kind of options we have here. So that was another like thought that I was thinking of, is giving this a better laser hatch, because right now it's 1024, but if I give it a bigger one, not too big though, because we don't have that much power. So maybe even this one over here. I'm honestly considering the 1634 UEV ones. But we should keep in mind how much power generation we have. I don't want to like exceed it. So let's do 4096s. Because if I give 4 of these, we're going to exceed our generation. And just in case, I don't want to destroy our generation. If this thing runs like forever, right? No. So maybe this is the power I want to give everything from now on is 4096. Let's just craft it, see how long it'll take to make a couple. Because either way, we have to get more power for the DTPF. So how atrocious is this? Honestly, not too bad, but it's also it just needs a lot of cosmic neutronium. Okay, so I'm going to prepare a bunch of laser hatches, upgrade the DTPF, and in the meantime, get the first QFT going. Because we do have enough resources for this. If I look at the spray can. Or did I not finish the... Yeah, I did. Okay. So this is going to craft everything for the QFT. So this is the next roadmap because I'm thinking with QFT, once we get to tier 2, we'll be able to get the netherite better, which means compact Mark 5 casings, or Mark 4 technically, which means we can finally set up the compact Mark 5 because we have a lack of netherite. And with the compact Mark 5, I can make a lot of plasmas cheaper, faster, especially the fuel for the DTPF. And then from there, more DTPFs. I think that's the next part of the roadmap. After more DTPFs, we want to go into... I think at that point is UIV casings, component S-line casings. And then from there, eternal coil blocks, because these guys also consume a lot of the actually, do they even consume transcendent metal stuff? I don't think so, but we'll decide there if I'm going to make the eternal coils or UIV component S-line. I think this will be better though, because oh man, it's going to help us out with a lot of stuff. But yeah, we're going to leave this crafting overnight and hopefully it finishes. I'll check on it every now and then, right? Of course, but we'll go ahead and wrap up for tonight. Pretty good episode. I think we made some good progress. We got a lot of blast furnaces going. I love that. A lot of lessons learned. We also learned that our backbone is struggling, but that's just part of the fun, right? So I'm going to craft some laser hatches offline and then continue with this tomorrow. Tomorrow's what, Tuesday, right? Yeah, I should be streaming tomorrow. Let's raid someone. I was actually tempted to not stream today because I wanted to play Mutagenics, and guess what? I'm gonna play Mutagenics right now. I was playing Hello Not Ziska. Oh, he's got the, what was it, guinea pigs or hamster stream? I forgot. I'll embarrass myself right now about it though. But anyways, also Dead Frontier. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I have a run in Mutagenics that I'm trying to finish. I'll probably do an extra one and then do Dead Frontier. I know I should be grinding. I should do my duties as a clan leader. I understand. All right, we'll go ahead and raid Naziska. But yes, for now, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Take care, and bye-bye.